So how many of us are so concerned with what people think of us, with how much we're liked by others, whether or not people see us as cool, whether or not people see us as smart, whether or not people see us as trustworthy. And because those thoughts linger in our heads, we want to prove ourselves to so many people. How many of us are like that? Let's say you just went to a party and you try to connect with people there, sure. But because you want to be liked so much by people, and because you want to not only give a good first impression on them, but you also want them to see you as such a cool guy, such a charming guy, such a social guy, such a romantic, seductive, whatever you call it, type of guy. So you go ahead and prove yourself to these people, right? You're trying to say the funniest joke. You're trying to be such a try-hard, and people can tell, they pick up on it easily, especially women. Talk about how much money you make. Sometimes crack a joke that's at the expense of another dude or another person who's in your surroundings. Many people do that, by the way. The bottom line is, with all of this, it has to do with what people think of you, when really you shouldn't give two shits what people think of you. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. Let me repeat that again. You have nothing to prove to anybody. Now, don't get me wrong. Sure, it's true that you as a human being, you want to make or have a good first impression on others. Yes, that is healthy. It is healthy to be that way. I myself, when I first meet someone, whether it's a group of friends, whether it's a girl on a date, I always try to make sure I leave a good first impression by looking presentable, by talking in a way that is presentable, by, looking the best I can and just forming myself or framing myself in the best light. But I don't do this in a way to prove myself to others. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't look and seek to prove yourself to people. You don't have shit to prove. Because here's the thing. When you prove yourself to others, you're taking away from your own worthiness. Not just that. You're always going to be enslaved to these people and what they think of you. And that's the worst position to be in. Your actions and thoughts are going to start dictating what you do based upon the program of people liking you, or of people approving of you, of people thinking you're smart enough, people thinking this, people thinking that. Instead, you should have your own values, right? Your own values, and then people liking you based upon that, based off of that. Not based off of this fake mask, this fake facade you're putting on people because you care so much and too much about what they think. Now, just as a disclaimer, to some extent, once again, we all care what people think of us, and that is fine to a small extent. Like I said, when you're first meeting people, you want to leave a good first impression. You want to be nice, and you don't want to be the type of person who's just a douchebag. You want to be seen as a good person, a good guy, a respectable dude, a chill dude, a calm dude, a confident dude, a smart dude, right? A dude who's going places in life, but not at the expense of your own values and your own dignity, where you're doing things just for the sake of validation and recognition by others. Meanwhile, you're losing your own respect in the process. There's so many people who are like this. So many people. And you know what's even funny? What's even funnier? These people are the same people who claim that they don't give a shit what other people think. So many of them. And it's so loud. It's like loud as in, not necessarily like loud like noise, but loud as in it's so in your face. They want to show too much. I don't care what people think. A person who truly doesn't care what people think of him, generally speaking, again, like I said before, to an extent, he or she will always do things based upon his or her values and what he or she actually believes is the right thing to do, not because they want to impress others. They're going to do this because it's coming from within. This person's not going to go to a party and pretend to be someone they're not just to impress a bunch of degenerates or a bunch of young girls or a bunch of, even if they're not degenerates, whatever, it doesn't matter. The whole point is your mindset. I always cringe when I see people who are like this, and you can just tell based upon the actions and their words. You be in a group and everyone wants to talk about themselves. You open up a topic with them and it's just like immediately, oh yeah, I did this. When I went through that same situation, I did this. And it was a smart option because I saved money, because I did this. And also this. Oh, I'm this. Yeah, this is my job. Yeah, it's so cool. It's this, it's that. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. And they chose me because they trusted me. Again, qualifying behavior, people-pleasing behavior. You don't have shit to prove to anyone. Now, there is one exception to this rule. At least it's partially an exception in my opinion. When it comes to your career. So when it comes to your career, obviously, you want to be doing a good job so that you can put food on the table and, pay the bills. However, I'm talking mainly about your personal life. For example, if at work, you were asked to do like a series of tasks, right? And the first few times you didn't do them the right way, but then you learned, then that's it. You just do the tasks the right way next time after learning, and you don't have to sit there and over-prove yourself and over-qualify yourself to the boss and keep telling you, oh yeah, see, I'm not stupid. See, I did this, see. No. Just do your job. You know what I mean? Just do your job the right way. Be honorable, do the right thing. Don't lie, don't deceive, don't cheat your way up. Do the right thing. And then that's it. You've done your part. Technically, yes. Technically, you're proving yourself, quote unquote. But when really you're just doing your job requirement. I'm talking mainly, again, about your personal life, not your professional life. You don't have to prove to your friends that you've learned so much from doing XYZ and that they should do the same thing too. Maybe, sure, you can suggest it, but if they don't believe it, you don't have to sit there and prove why it's the best thing. Or if they can't believe, for example, that you went out with this girl because, oh, she's out of your league. You don't have to sit there and over-explain yourself. You know what I mean? Over-explain yourself like, yeah, man. Yeah, I went out with that girl. I swear, man. I swear. Here's the texts, man. Yeah, I did this. Or when it comes to lifting, oh, yeah, I lifted this much. There's no way you lifted that much. Your friends are saying that. And you're like, yo, yeah, watch. You see? I'll show you right now. I can go to the gym with you right now. You don't have shit to prove to anyone, bro, besides yourself. That's the only person you have to impress, the person that you see in the mirror. You don't have to impress shit. You don't have to impress anyone for shit. The only thing you have to do is stay true to yourself. If you have a goal in life that you're after, that you believe in, and one that you've carefully considered and thought about, but there's certain people who don't agree with it, sure, you could explain to them if they ask you why you're doing it, but you don't have to sit there and over-explain. Oh no, I'm doing it because of this. You just don't understand. This is the reason. They still don't get it. No, but you still don't understand. This is why. No, they still don't get it. You keep just going back and forth trying to prove yourself to them, looking like an idiot. You're losing your own credibility, basically. That's my personal opinion. You shouldn't be concerned with what others think of you as the primary thing in your life. And once again, yes, to some extent, we all care what others think of us. If none of us did, that would actually be a problem. We'd be sociopaths. You should care what other people think of you to a small extent. Like I said, making yourself presentable, talking in a decent way, being a good person to others, being a confident person, being an honorable person, a person who's reliable, a person who's doing the right things in life, a person who is in good shape. You want to be seen in that light. Yes. Because you as a human being, you're a social creature. We're all social creatures as human beings. We want others to like us. However, we shouldn't do that at the expense of our own respect and our own dignity. Remember, you don't have shit to prove to anyone. You don't have to prove to your boys that you learned this or that. You don't have to prove to anyone that you're so desirable by other women. You don't have to prove to people that you got the nice car. Therefore, the only reason why you're posting is because you want to show off. You want to show, oh, I have status, I have this. You don't have shit to prove to anyone, bro. From time to time, it's good to show these things as just as a way to show that this is what I'm doing in life. Not as a way to show off, but just like this is what a day in my life is like. I'm on a trip to this area, yeah, let me take a picture of the cool scenery there with a bunch of my friends. Sure. But don't go out of your way trying to prove a point to others that you're hot shit or that you're this or that you're that. You have no business doing that, dude. Why should you care what other people think of you? Why should you want to prove yourself to others? You have nothing to prove, dude. Eventually, time will tell anyways, and time will reveal who you are anyways. If people don't agree with certain things you do, or they don't believe you about certain things, time will reveal anyways. Just tell them, you know what, this is the truth. I don't have anything to prove to you. That's it. And then change the conversation, change the topic. That's going to give you more credibility anyways. The mere fact of not arguing and not sitting there trying to over-explain more than once gives you more credibility. It makes you seem more solid, like a solid dude. A dude who's under control. A dude who's not under control, just trying to over-qualify and talk too much. Oh no, I swear to God. Yeah, I did that. You don't have shit to prove to anyone. Even your boss, like I just said. Personally speaking, of course. If they think you're stupid after doing a bunch of tasks that you know how to do, and that maybe at first it didn't seem like you were too competent at it, then that's their fault. After you've done it the right way and they still think that way about you, maybe it's time to look for a new boss. But once again, you don't have shit to prove to anyone, dude. So just take this message as a message to just focus on your goals, bro. Be level-headed. Keep your eyes on the prize. Work on those things in life that are important to you, physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, emotionally, every way. And you're going to be the winner in your own life, the star of your own movie, brother. You got this, man. Peace.